buyers why they decided to purchase a home last year, these were the primary reasons. I want you to look really carefully at this. The number one reason to buy a home last year continues to be the same number one reason to buy a home for the past 3 decades, which is simply the desire to own my own home. So while we talk an awful lot about why people are getting into or out of the market, oh, interest rates and affordability and this and that, it's really not what ordinary buyers think of when it comes to buying a home. They simply decide, do I really want to buy a home right now? And if so, I'm going to do it. So I don't want you to psych yourself out, because in fact, in the top 10 reasons to buy a home, interest rates is not even in the list. It wasn't even cited by any of the buyers in the survey. It was the desire to own a home, the desire to be close to the family, the desire for a slightly bigger home, a change in family situation like married, divorced, had a baby, and even their jobs were important to driving the reason, but not a huge reason. It only drove 5% of the marketplace. The number one reason people buy a home is because they want a home, and keep that in mind, because if you're seeing a lot of people just going on and on about topics like affordability or interest rates or inventory scarcity, okay, those things probably enter into the equation, but they're not on the top of the list as to what motivates people to take action. You want to motivate people? Talk about their desire, talk about their dreams, talk about fulfilling something that is emotionally important to them, and leave all the spreadsheet stuff later to the mortgage professionals to deal with when that happens. Now, why did they jump in last year? Again, 43% said, look, the time was just right. I jumped in because the time was right. Was it mortgage rates? No. Was it affordability? No. Less than 5% and 4% respectively quoted those reasons as for getting into the market. In fact, 1 in 4 buyers said they had to get into the market because they had to buy. They had to move for whatever reason. Maybe it was a job relocation. Maybe it was downsizing or personal something in their life. But bottom line again, most people got into the market because they want a home and they felt that the time was right. It is not about a lot of these things that the press and talking heads like to tell us are confusing the buyer. The buyer is not confused. The buyer has desire and the buyer's ready to go. So that's what we want to engage with them on, those emotional needs for a buyer.